channel, and we are going to talk about a doozy, okay? Now, I am sure that you guys have seen this, okay? It's another Joe Biden special, I'll tell you. So Joe Biden was doing another weirdo, creepy basement stream. He was speaking at the NABJ and the NAHJ convention, which is the National Association of Black and Hispanic Journalists. Those two stand for, one stands for the Black journalists, one stands for the Hispanic journalists. And he was doing some type of stream with this group and was answering some questions. I haven't seen the whole stream, but you better believe I'm going to go look for it, because if just that little piece was as crazy as what I heard, I mean, the whole thing has to be insane, okay? So I'm going to play a clip really quick here. I'm going to insert a clip. I can't even talk because I'm so just... I don't even know. I've lost all my scruples at this point. But I'm going to insert a clip for you guys to watch really quick, and then we're going to come back and talk about it. So check out the clip.
Yes, and by the way, what you all know, but most people don't know, unlike the African American community, with notable exceptions, the Latino community is an incredibly diverse community with incredibly different attitudes about different things.
Did you guys see that? Okay, so if you had a hard time understanding what he was saying, he was basically saying that with the exception of a few Black people, okay, the exception of a few Black people, that unlike Black people, Latinos are a very diverse group. They're very different with their attitudes and the way that they think, and they just do things differently. If that is not the most racist thing you have ever heard, I don't even know what to tell you. Black people should be pissed. Here we are again with another, statement that basically puts you in a box, okay? What have you been trying to get out of? A box. You guys want to get out of this, not all Black people are this, not all Black people are that. Well, Joe Biden already told you if you don't vote for him, you're not Black, and you guys rationalize that away, okay? That he didn't mean it that way, and that's just Joe, and Joe just says stuff. But here he goes again. He says another stupid comment, okay? And he says it because he is a Democrat, okay? And the Democrats think that African Americans all think the same way. The numbers show, okay, that 90% of Black people vote Democrat, okay? Or at least they think that. I'm sorry. They think that 90%, or they assume that 90% of Black voters are going to vote Democrat, okay? Not because, when you really look at the facts, the Democratic Party has actually done something for the Black community, okay, other than keep them on welfare, keep them on food stamps, right? Not because of actual, tangible things that the Democratic Party has done for Black voters, but because they just assume you think a certain way. That should be very, very offensive to you. And as a Latina woman, I'm coming to your defense, because as Joe said, we have very different attitudes, and we think about things very different ways. And yes, we do think about things very different ways, but it's a very ignorant statement, because in the Hispanic community, we are made up of Afro-American people. I myself am Puerto Rican, okay? I have Afro-American blood in me. We are very diverse, but we don't, you guys, this isn't the first time. This isn't the first time. I am going to insert a nice little, compilation of all the great things that Joe has said. Not just about Black people, not just about Hispanic people, but about Indian people, right? He's made a lot of different, racially insensitive and racist comments. So I'm going to insert just another really quick video in case the first clip didn't convince you enough. Okay, didn't convince you enough. I'm going to insert another clip so you can see what else creepy Joe Biden has said. Roll the clip.
You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. I'm not joking.
And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
Even call centers, which rushed overseas in the hundreds of thousands. How many times you get the call? I'd like to talk to you about your credit card. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
They're going to put you all back in chains.
But I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
I think the two-party system, although my Democratic colleagues don't like me saying this, I think the two-party system is good for the South and good for the Negro, good for the black in the South. Other than the fact that they still call me boy, I think they've changed their mind a little bit.
30 seconds or less. What kind of a chance would a northeastern liberal like Joe Biden stand in the South if you were running in Democratic primaries against Southerners like Mark Warner and John Edwards?
Better than anybody else. And you don't know my state. My state was a slave state. My state is a border state. My state is the 8th largest black population in the country. My state is anything from a northeast liberal state. Not the first sort of mainstream African American who is articulate and bright and clean and a nice looking guy. I mean, that's a storybook, man.
My son is Attorney General a year in Iraq, came back, and that's one of the things that he finds was most in need. When he was over there in Iraq for a year, people would come to him and talk about what was happening to them at home in terms of foreclosures, in terms of bad loans that were these Shylocks who took advantage of these women and men.
Back from Mumbai to go meet with President Xi in China, I stopped in Singapore to meet with a guy named Lee Kuan Yew, who most foreign policy experts around the world say is the wisest man in the Orient.
Are you listening now? Are you listening now? The man is a racist, you guys. This is who you want. This is who your candidate is. He's a joke. Aside from being a complete pig, the guy has lost his marbles, okay? He's crazy. I could do a whole nother video on all the other stuff he says that makes no sense, but it's so off, it's off the spectrum, how the way he talks, that I can't even really make a video that makes sense about how he doesn't make sense because he's crazy. Okay, so you guys really need, and when I say you guys, anybody who is going to vote for this guy, you really need to think about where your vote is going. You really need to stop Googling racist things that Trump says, great things that Biden has done for the black community, and just look at the facts. Okay, pull up Trump's speech at wherever, Biden's speech at wherever, and just listen to both of them, and you make your own judgments. Don't listen to, formatted clips or formatted audios that form your thoughts for you, okay? Listen to whole conversations and whole thoughts that have come from these men's mouth, and you make the decision if this guy is the correct candidate that you really, really, really want to put in the position of President of the United States. Okay? Because it really, really scares me if you do your research and after all that, you still want to put this man in power. Even if you hate Trump with all of your might, okay? Even if you hate him, which I really, really challenge you to find a reasonable, excuse to hate him. Like I said, do your research, listen to everything he said as a whole, not just in clips, okay? But I don't even understand that you can hate another candidate so much that you're gonna vote for somebody who clearly has no respect for you, who clearly doesn't care, and who clearly isn't right in the head. I'm not gonna go on and on and on about this, but you know what? I needed to say it. I needed to express my concerns and my frustration with this, because I am sick of hearing this guy talk, and you guys should be too. Okay? So let me know in the comments box what you think. Like this video, share this video, and I'll be coming at you with another one. Thank you guys so much. Bye-bye.